Harry Potter's birthday is July 31st. That's tomorrow, as of this video going live. But today, we're not talking about wizards. We're talking about money! We all know that it's basically just a few bestsellers that prop up the entire publishing industry. What Bloomsbury Publishing did though, after it won the Harry Potter windfall, is what sets it apart from other companies that just happened to get lucky. This is a story of what Bloomsbury did with all those galleons from Vault 687, and it's a three-step process. It begins with luck, and then leverage, and finally, the boring pursuit of stability. And if you watch carefully, you'll see the specific moment when all of this money stops being magical and Bloomsbury Publishing realizes what being a public company actually means. It's 1986, and Bloomsbury Publishing is a small, independent publishing house with a reputation for serious taste, and it's known for its literary fiction. What people always miss out from this story of Harry Potter getting published is that in 1994, Bloomsbury Publishing actually goes public and raises 5.5 million quid. They funded a paperback line and they launched a whole new children's division. They didn't just get JK's manuscript and were like, oh, they actually had some of the Runway already built. Something about lucky being what happens when preparation meets opportunity. But the thing is, once you are public, you inherit a new predator, volatility. And one missed cycle can just wipe out your share price. Now, selecting a book isn't a relatively simple matter of, is this book good? It's a far more complex issue of, will this provide stability? Fast forward 2 years, and we all know the story of how JK got rejected over and over again. Harry Potter is too niche, the kids just won't get this. But what people don't know is what made the Bloomsbury CEO finally take a punt on it. So the manuscript of the Philosopher's Stone lands on the desk of Barry Cunningham, and Barry's children's department is basically just for people, right? And because it's a new department, naturally the CEO is personally invested in it. So Nigel Newton, the CEO, takes a chapter home and he lets his daughter Alice, who's 8 years old, read it. Yay! And wouldn't you know, Alice just devours it and immediately demands to read the rest. Green light, rest is history, that's the end of the story. Just kidding. Bloomsbury enters negotiations for the British and Commonwealth rights and snaps them up for a paltry £2,500. But remember, stability. Bloomsbury Publishing didn't have a US division yet, so they only got the British rights and they only printed 500 hardbacks on the initial run, and 300 of those hardbacks, by the way, went to libraries. The American rights went to auction and Scholastic snapped them up for $105,000 and that's when Harry Potter started making waves. Harry Potter blows up and pop culture phenomenon becomes balance sheet phenomenon, and in just 1 year, Bloomsbury Publishing made £15 million, and by 2005, by the time Half-Blood Prince is released, their revenues smashed past 100 million quid. But remember, they didn't get the US rights, so although 100 mil is a lot of money, it's not Google level money, and the series is about to end. No more new hardbacks. This is that specific moment I mentioned at the beginning where Bloomsbury Publishing gets a very rude awakening. The public markets just got reminded what Bloomsbury's business model actually is. It is a company whose revenues are tied to one single franchise, and the kill switch has just been hit. Yes, Harry Potter was a miracle, but it's also a dependency, and dependencies are inherently volatile. A lesser company would have done the obvious thing, cash out, pay out huge dividends,
fun coupons,
become a remember when dinner time story. But Bloomsbury Publishing did something different. They took all those galleons and pivoted hard into the most boring, I'm so sorry to say this, into the most boring corners of literature. Academic, professional, and reference publishing. They basically bought steady cash flow. Think institutions, libraries, courses, repeat demand year after year, steady margins. It's annuity income, baby. They buy and build ANC Black, Continuum, Osprey, Head of Zeus. And finally, in 2024, nearly 30 years after they cautiously missed out on Harry Potter's America rights, they now have an American division through the acquisition of the academic division of Rowman and Littlefield. I bet you know the Macarena, but you wouldn't be able to tell me who the artist is. Or like, who originally sung Painted Love? Video killed the radio star? Exactly. They are all one-hit wonders. We love the romantic myth of publishing, the rejected manuscript, that one editor who believed the golden ticket that changes everything. A single hit is more likely to cause problems than long-term stability. Bloomsbury, though, turned a windfall into a seed round for something greater. As of the financial year ending February 2025, Bloomsbury Publishing recorded revenues of £361 million, and they officially entered the FTSE 250. Yes, they've got Sarah J. Maas dominating consumer right now with her A Something of Something and Something books, but the difference is, unlike with Harry Potter, they're just not dependent on her. Bloomsbury Publishing is now a successfully diversified company that can keep on functioning even after the culture has moved on. So can I torturously eke out a lesson here? You know what? I think I can. Lightning strikes all the time, but a forest only my God, this is a bad mouth. I'm committed. Lightning strikes all the time, but a forest only catches fire when the conditions are right. And that is when preparation meets opportunity.